You're tuned into Human by AI with Ashish Garg. Real, unscripted conversations about how humans and AI are shaping the future of community finance. Grab your favorite drink and let's dive in.
Welcome back, everybody. Another edition of Human by AI. And today I have Bhavna here, who's the Chief Digital Officer at Baxter Credit Union. And the fun fact is Bhavna and my mother come from the same state in India, which we'll talk about shortly. But Bhavna, welcome.
Thank you so much, Ashish. It's such a pleasure to be here today.
Yes, and Bhavna, you've had a wonderful career. So can you tell us a little bit about how did you get into financial services?
Sure. I think I started my career at the age of 22 back in India. And I landed up with a job in Mumbai in financial services and banking in particular. And I spent about 4 years in the fun environment of consumer banking in Mumbai and India, where consumer banking was very new. Personal loans, TV loans, all those were very new to the industry. So had a lot of fun launching new products, bringing the idea of leveraging to build an asset was very fun. And I've been in banking and financial services since, particularly in the US. I joined HSBC 20 years ago in their, again, credit cards business, but had the pleasure of building a product in credit scores. It was credit score education. And it was fascinating to me how little people understood what credit scoring was when it impacted their ability to borrow, the rates that they got on their credit cards, on their personal loans, etc. And I built a product that actually did really well. That's what helped me transition to a fintech called Savvy Money, where we built a credit score solution that today helps about 1,500 credit unions and financial services organizations get access to their credit score education. That brought me to BCU. It's a credit union. I'm so proud to be part of the credit union movement now, where we provide banking services, but I think we're all driven by how we can help the consumer at large understand, how to manage their money better, how to understand how far their money can go.
And also hopefully understand scores, FICO scores, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a very critical part of how you manage your money.
Yeah. Okay. So the topic of this podcast is Human by AI. So let's explore AI before you explore the human touch. So my first question for you, do you use AI in your personal life?
It's crazy if somebody said no today. I do. I use AI, I think, all the time. And it's super weird to me, because I'm a chief digital officer and user experience is something that I think all the time. More than anything else, I'm fascinated by how user experience is changing by AI. We used to write these words in Google and search for stuff. I've observed myself and said, I write full sentences with please and thank you in ChatGPT. So yes, I use AI, and yes, I use full periods in my sentences to ChatGPT.
I think you and I are the same generation where punctuation is very important. Yes. So when you ask a question, we have to put a question mark, we have to put the right commas, et cetera, et cetera. And I've been testing this. AI works even without punctuation. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Right, it's able to figure it out.
That's right, yes.
Yeah. So what's your favorite AI app? What do you do with it in your personal life?
In my personal life, I've downloaded quite a few of them. I've been experimenting with quite a few of them. But I actually have a paid subscription only to ChatGPT.
I see.
And I, in my personal life, use it for a lot of things. But the one thing that I use it for, which I've enjoyed the most, is that we moved to Chicago not too long ago, and I bought a home not long ago. So I take pictures of everything that's grown in my backyard and front here front this year to figure out if it was a weed or not. And I think I've plucked out some stuff that ChatGPT said it was a weed that was going to turn into beautiful flowers.
Oh my goodness. So you literally go to your backyard, click pictures of plants, you upload them in ChatGPT, and then what do you ask it to do?
Is it a weed or not? Question mark.
Wow.
And it tells me, and it'll give me history of it. It'll tell me how to safely remove it. And sometimes it will say, not sure.
Yeah.
It could be X or it could be Y.
Yeah.
It'll ask me things like, can you take a closer picture? And I will have a full conversation with it. And I know that I've plucked a few what seemed like weeds, and then they turned into beautiful flowers in my neighbors' yards. But I don't regret this process because I've spent a fair amount of time being a gardener that I'd never been.
I see. So ChatGPT is like your expert gardener advisor.
Yes.
Yeah, which most of the time works.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Okay, so let's switch and talk a little about AI usage in your credit union.
Sure.
As a chief digital officer, what are you noticing? Are employees excited? Are people worried? What's going on?
BCU is a fairly progressive organization. So we encouraged the conversations around AI very, very early on. We were finding that people were asking a lot of questions. People were exploring it already. So we created a kind of an AI committee almost a year and a half ago, and had a lot of fun as part of it. We have representation from across the organization. It's not just an initiative, a digital initiative. We bring people from across the organization to sponsor the kind of products they want approved so that we can all use it. Because most banks and credit unions have a closed environment when it comes to the tools you can use. So we've really encouraged across the organization. We also have created a learning or skilling module for employees.
Oh, really?
Yes, where people go from an AI cadet to an AI expert to finally an AI wizard level based on the kind of things they do. We're already starting to see at least a handful of people starting to experiment with how to build agents.
Yeah.
It's very basic. We're all learning. Even the people who are sponsoring the committee, and I'm part of that committee, even we don't know enough. So we're learning on a daily basis. But we've tried to create a much more positive conversation around AI at BCU.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. I love the fact that you have an AI committee. And then I also really, really like what you said is that we're all learning. Things are changing rapidly. We're all learning. It's important to learn, have fun in all of this.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of conversation on social media, etc., about AI will automate everything, and humans, we just in the future, all we need to do is just to go to a beach and relax. So I'm sure there's tremendous amounts of hype, etc., etc. But now that you've been in financial services for a very long time, what are the areas you think AI will definitely help in automating? But where do we really apply the human touch?
Yeah. We can all prognosticate, but it's very hard. I feel that it will impact almost everything. Whether it'll replace people's pretty big, tall order to kind of assume. I truly believe in this idea of test and learn. So try things out, break things, and I think that that's the approach for AI as well. You in your normal life, normal processes, normal selling, normal growth initiatives have to keep trying where AI can apply and see where the kind of benefits come from. It could change everything. One of the things that I feel most excited about, especially when it comes to digital, is, again, I will go back to user experience. I'm really kind of keen to see how that evolves. We know that AI will impact processes. It will automate stuff. Every fintech that we're talking of at the moment has an AI component.
Yes.
Right? So we know that they are becoming efficient with it. We know that they will help us become efficient with AI.
Yeah.
we know that we're putting AI in processes, in our regular kind of synthesizing, summarizing presentations, like employee effectiveness and efficiency. We've actually built some, which is member facing as well, leveraging AI. But we still don't know how the member to BCU experience will evolve with AI. And I think that's a big question that I think about.
Yes. And you're the chief digital officer. I'm sure you look at sort of the digital experiences tremendously. So let me put you on the spot and ask you, what is it that digital can never solve where only you need humans?
It's kind of fascinating, right? I was giving you that example of the gardener,
Yes.
digital gardener. You could have imagined that a one-on-one gardener experience can't be replaced. And here I was having a conversation with the gardener. So you can't say never. However, I think that we're social beings. We value empathy. We value human connection. We care about somebody smiling back at us.
Yeah.
We care about somebody seeing us, and I think that that's very hard to replace. I think that over time there will be something that'll bring, will make AI important and efficient for us, but the human connection is still the human connection. And as financial kind of responsible organizations, I think we'll continue to play that role of the human connection. People bank with BCU because of BCU employees. People care about when they walk into a branch, the kind of experience they have. Even when they bank with us and they, bank online. I'll throw in a little stat. 1 in every 5, a fifth of our membership logs in daily.
Wow. Into the mobile banking app?
Into mobile banking app.
I see.
Yes. A fifth is a very big number.
Yes.
And yet, if you ask a lot of people, they still want the comfort of knowing that they can walk into a branch and speak to somebody. They have the comfort of knowing that they can pick the phone and talk to somebody because they'll solve their problem. I think that that's very hard to replace in the long term.
And why is it that as humans, of course, I'm logging in every day into my mobile banking app, but why is it that I need that comfort to be able to walk into a branch or talk to another human on the phone? Why is that?
Yeah. We are complex people.
Yes.
I'm not sure I know a very clear answer to that. Why do people care about it? In the sense of, we care today because we feel that if we go somewhere, somebody will look after our money better when they know who I am.
Yeah.
Right? It gives me but I don't know whether that'll change in the future.
Yeah.
What is it that we'll value more?
Yeah. I've thought a lot about this, and what I've realized is that for most people, managing money is not easy. Right? Things can go wrong very quickly, especially with your money. And there's a lot of fear. It doesn't come naturally to most people.
Yeah.
And every time you're very fearful how things can go wrong or what I should do, more often than not, we as humans would love the comfort of another human that we can trust. I think at the end of the day, it's a trust factor. Yeah. And I really, really like what he said, that we are humans. We like when somebody else smiles back at us, somebody who relates to us. So we build that trust. So for example, I met you for the first time yesterday. Very quickly, the way I established trust with you was you and my mother come from the same state, right? That itself is like common ground. And then over time, of course, you smile wonderfully. So we build trust. And here we are. Yeah, so I think maybe that's at the root of all of this.
I so agree with you. I'll give you an example of this again that shows up. We're a very NPS-driven organization. Right? Most credit unions are. Digital makes things easy.
Yes.
People will rate us very high on ease, on access, However, digital just cannot get a higher NPS than branch and phone-based solutions. It just doesn't, because the human interaction brings in the service component. Somebody made an effort for me.
Yeah.
I care about that. When you put experiences in digital, however much of ease there might be, there is an association of I did the work. I, the consumer, did the work. I like this app. I trust it. But the NPS, the service component, digital team cannot break that barrier of getting a higher NPS than a branch. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing wrong with it, but that's a reality that manifests from our membership.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I've never, ever thought of it that way. It's almost like digital is critical. It's part of life. But then when you're in that nervous mode or really need something done, you pick up the phone and you call or you walk into a branch. And then I guess the outcome that you get in those mediums of communication or doing business makes people very, very happy, and hence perhaps the NPS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. That's all we had today. Thank you so much for coming. It's been such a joy. And we look forward to having you back because this is a very fast evolving space, as you know. And I would love to explore the human element with AI and hence human by AI. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.